Welcome to Flashback, a recap of stories which made headlines last week. On Monday, the United States government affirmed readiness to deepen security cooperation with Nigeria through enhanced intelligence support. Nigeria's delegation, led by the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, met with senior United States officials, and the federal government says the discussions will help strengthen security partnerships and open new avenues for cooperation to protect Nigerians. According to a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the discussions provided ample opportunity to correct misconceptions about Nigeria, forge a constructive partnership with the United States, reinforce mutual trust, and advance a coordinated approach to protecting vulnerable communities. The statement also mentioned that the United States expressed its willingness to extend complementary support, including humanitarian assistance to the affected populations. Both countries agreed to implement a non-binding cooperation framework and to establish a joint working group to ensure a unified and coordinated approach to the agreed areas of cooperation. And still on Monday, a witness of the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, Kolawole Oluwadari, admitted before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory that he used words such as unlawful, invasion, intimidation, and harassment in publications made against the Department of State Services. We have more in this report.
Under cross-examination, Mr. Oluwadari admitted that the publications were based on the presence of two DSS officers at the SERAP office on September 9, 2024. He confirmed that he was not in the office at the time and that it was Vivian Amadi who called to inform him of the officer's presence in the organization's compound. In the publication posted on SERAP's website, he raised an alarm, alleging that the DSS had unlawfully invaded SERAP's office, intimidating and harassing 8 staff, while calling on President Bola Tinubu to call the DSS operatives to order. He, however, disagreed that the words used amounted to serious allegations against the claimant. The witness further admitted that he did not contact the DSS before publishing the allegations on SERAP's website. He also confirmed that during the officer's presence at SERAP's office, no property was seized or damaged, and no staff member was physically assaulted. When asked further, the witness stated that the DSS officers did not break any doors to gain entry into the office. He also testified that the security agent did not brandish any weapons, but noted that the first claimant, Sarah John, was making calls instructing other officers not to enter the SERAP office, but to remain in position. Meanwhile, Justice Halilu Yusuf has fixed February 19, 2026 for the adoption of final written addresses by parties in the suit. In the case filed by 2 DSS officials, Sarah John and Gabriel Ogundele, the claimant accused the defendants of falsely alleging that they invaded SERAP's Abuja's office. The claimant are asking the court to order SERAP to issue a public apology via its website, the X handle, 2 national dailies, and 2 national television stations for allegedly making false claims of unlawful invasion and interrogation of staff. They are also seeking an order directing SERAP to pay the claimant 5 billion naira as damages for the alleged libelous publication, among others.
And on Tuesday, Governor of Kebbi State Nasser Idris confirmed the rescue of all 24 schoolgirls abducted from the Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, Maga, in Danko Wasaga local government area of the state. The girls kidnapped before dawn on Monday, the 17th of November, were freed through what the governor described as non-kinetic effort led by the military in collaboration with security agencies. The governor assured the public that no ransom was paid, adding that the rescue resulted from strategic operations, intelligence coordination in the state.
We are very happy to announce the release of our students that were being abducted from one of our secondary school in Maga. They have been rescued, and all of them are in good health. They are on their way coming to the state capital. And And let me seize this opportunity on behalf of good people of Kebbi State to thank Mr. President for his concern for Kebbi State, and also to seize this opportunity to thank the security agencies, the police, the DSS, the military, the civil defense, and all other security agencies for being alive to their responsibility.
On Tuesday, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, paid an official visit to Governor Nasir Idris in Benin Kebbi. The IGP promised that Nigeria Police Force will never allow criminal element succeed in their cruel agenda of destabilizing the country through terror attacks. It described the abduction of the Manga student as both a crime and an act of terror deliberately aimed at breaking the spirit of communities and depriving children of their right to education.
We have deployed additional tactical assets to Kebbi State. We have expanded our intelligence platforms, and we are deepening collaboration with other security agencies and the local community security network in the state.
We also have to thank all the security agencies in the state for being alert to their responsibility. And at the same time, also to seize this opportunity to thank the IG, because whenever we cry, IG will listen to us.
On Wednesday, President Bola Tinubu declared a nationwide security emergency and ordered additional recruitment into the armed forces. According to the president, by this declaration, the police and the army are authorized to recruit more personnel. The police will recruit an additional 20,000 officers, bringing the total to 50,000. President Bola Tinubu said the DSS also has his authority to immediately deploy all the forest guards already trained to flush out the terrorists and bandits lurking in our forest. The agency also has my directive to recruit more men to man the forest, in quotes. The president also commended the security agencies for working together to secure the release of the 24 schoolgirls in Kebbi State and the 38 worshippers in Kwara State. And on the same day, the Kebbi State government officially handed over the rescued schoolgirls of the government girls' comprehensive secondary school Maga to their parent after days in captivity. Governor Nasir Idris, who received the girls in Benin Kebbi, said the children have now been released to their fathers to be taken back to Maga for full reunification with their mothers and families who have anxiously waited for their return. He expressed profound gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for ensuring the safe release and return of this student. He also commended the security agencies for their resilience and professionalism throughout the rescue operation.
And today we have invited the parents of these our daughters so that we formally hand over these our daughters to them for onward traveling back to Maga. And I assured you that government will make adequate arrangements, security arrangement for your onward traveling back home. We thank our leader, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for giving directives to the Minister of State Defense to relocate to Kebbi.
On behalf of the parents, we thank His Excellency for his tireless efforts to see that these girls are returned safely. On behalf of the parents also, we thank the government of Kebbi State, particularly the
And on Thursday, the Senate commenced the process of amending the nation's Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act as lawmakers passed the amendment bill through first reading during plenary today. The bill, sponsored by the Senate leader, Okweyemi Bamidele, followed resolutions reached just 24 hours earlier when senators, during a heated debate on the nation's security challenges, agreed on the need to classify kidnapping as terrorism punishable by the death penalty. The introduction of the amendment bill is expected to commence the process of altering the legal framework to impose stricter penalties on kidnappers amid rising security concerns across the country. The lawmakers have constituted an 18-member ad hoc committee to investigate the implementation of the Safe School Initiative, appointing Senator Nnamdi Kanu as chairman. And finally, on Flashback, the Court of Appeal in Abuja on Friday struck out the appeal filed by the convicted leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, ruling that it lacked merit and had become academic following his conviction for terrorism by a federal high court. Delivering the late judgment, Justice Moses Ugo said, Mr. Kanu's claims that his fundamental rights to dignity, healthcare and religion were being violated in DS's custody could no longer stand since he is now convicted and also sentenced to life imprisonment and held in prison custody. The court emphasized that his own lawyer confirmed he is currently detained in a Sokoto prison, making it impossible to grant his request to be moved to Kuje Correctional Facility. Justice Hugo also mentioned that having previously preferred prison custody, the court cannot now revisit those prayers after conviction. And before we go, let's